Well, so my name is Tisha Philemon. I'm based in Vietnam, and I'm going to share a very quick story with you. So, I did this video, must know before coming to Vietnam, and I posted my WhatsApp number. And out of that WhatsApp number, I got a lot of DMs. Now, one of them touched me so well. This lady from Uganda was duped 1,600 United States dollars, and she was yeah, and she was being promised of Vietnam invitation. She paid the money, the invitation was given to her, and it turned out to be fake, and so she lost all that money. I was so touched, and so I decided to take this lady again, let her know of all the documents she would need so that she can properly and legally come to Vietnam. I'm going to share the story with you so that you can also learn something from the story. But then before that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Subscribing doesn't take anything from you. It only motivates me to do more. So try and subscribe for me. Now let's listen to this Ugandan lady, the story that she's got to share.
Hello, everyone. I'm a lady from Uganda. I was duped by an agent or a person who claimed, or a gentleman who claimed they were an agent in Vietnam, but he claimed he was from Uganda. So this is what happened. I had an old lady who takes girls to Dubai. So this old lady had taken one girl to Dubai in particular. So that girl calls the lady from Dubai. She was in Dubai. She calls the lady or sends a message to the lady in Uganda and tells her that she has a friend or a gentleman who takes Vietnam for teaching jobs. So what happens, the lady knew that I was planning to travel. I was actually planning to travel to the US, not even Vietnam, but the process was taking so long. So she told me, I have this news. There is this girl of mine that I took to Dubai. She says she has a friend in Vietnam who actually genuinely takes people to Vietnam for what? For teaching jobs. So I was a bit excited. I'm like, oh, wow, because I needed a quick fix. I was going through tough times. A place where, because he told us the jobs are readily available, it takes 2 weeks and the visa is ready and you can travel. So we are like, this could be a good idea. So she gives me the girl's number. I contact her. I tell her, you sure this guy is genuine and all that? The lady told me this guy is very genuine. He even took my friends, 2 of them. We were working here. They were those maids who work in those Arabs' homes. So they were working here, but the gentleman took them and they are now working in Vietnam. So I was like, hey, she really convinced me. And we trusted her because she was more so like a family member. She would put her hand, like, you people, to be honest, I know this guy and he's genuine. So we are like, oh, okay. So she gives us the guy's number. She gives it to me. I start communicating to the guy. So the guy tells me, all you need, if you want to come for teaching, I'm an agent, you invest $1,600 and I'll work on you. But you give me this money in 2 halves. You first give me $800, then you pay the other $800 later. So I'm like, okay, so what's the process? He's like, so I asked him, do they just allow anyone, even people without degrees? He's like, yes, even if you don't have a degree, even if you know. And to be honest, I didn't know that they're even teaching jobs in Vietnam, all those countries, or Asian countries. I had never heard of anything like that. So this guy had me. He had me so well because I didn't know. But he told me, you don't receive the visa from Uganda, which was true. I think he did his research so well. He did his research. He even knew. He knew all these things. But when he speaks, his English was broken English. So I'm like, how does this gentleman teach these kids? You have so many questions going through your mind because you're desperate and you really want to travel, get out of this country, and and go and work, you're like, some things you God hits on them, and you're like, okay, but you're desperate. And this guy is so fast. He's like, the center needs only 9 teachers, the center needs only 9 teachers. So the next day he's telling you they now need 5, they've gotten the 4, they now need 3. So you're desperate, you desperately look for money. You're like, oh, so it's like, you first give me your passport and do some few tests here and there, then you send me. And from there, I'll start from there. And also, after sending that, I send you the visa form, you fill it up. He told me what to fill in the visa form because I didn't have any information about the center or the school. He gave me some funny names of some guy, Chungching, what. The guy played on me. He played on us badly. So I fill in the visa form, I scan it and send it back to him. When I sent it back to him, and I also paid half of that money, $800. So after paying that money, within a space of a week and a few days, a week and 2 days, I think, this gentleman actually sends me the visa. But when we looked at that visa, it had some issues. It had some mistakes here and there. We noticed a few mistakes here and there. So we didn't really, because we sent it to people who know about those visa letters, and they're like, no, it's okay, it's genuine. I actually my husband walked and went to the consulate. In the consulate of Uganda, we don't have an embassy, but we have a consulate. And she told us this visa is genuine. This visa is okay. I'm like, wow, this is good. So what happens? I go to the we took some days, and this is what he said, that if you give him the $1,600, he'll give you the visa, and then the school will pay for you an air ticket when you give him the balance. So everything was through him. So we're excited. We're like, oh, this is good. And let's work hard. Give him his $1,600, and then he connects us to the school. But I used to ask him, send me at least the address of the school. And he's like, I'm also an agent. I can't give you the address of the school, and yet you've not paid my money. First pay my money, then I'll give you all the information. And then I kept asking the other girl who gave us the guy's number, the one in Dubai. She told me, guy is genuine. You pay. So the pressure was too much. And since I'd already given the 800, I'm like, my 800 shouldn't, just go perish from there. Let me give him his balance of the $800 for me to be able to travel. So I pick my hard-earned money, not even hard-earned, but borrowed money. I give the guy. When I gave it to him, now I'm like, okay, send me an air ticket. Guy started playing tricks on me. It was during the World Cup season. It's like the airlines are so expensive. Flights are expensive. Flights are high. Flights are this. Guy lied to me. Now light starts, I started getting the indicators. Indicators were on. I'm like, oh, this guy scammed me. So I was like, maybe we saw someone managed and bought me an air ticket. So that's when I go to Qatar. So when I was at Qatar, I'm like, I'm planning to travel. There was a job. I have a job there, blah, blah. I want you to help me verify my visa. So these are visa letters. I hope you know what I'm talking about, not the real visas in the passport. These are visa letters. So I sent my visa letter to this some lady at Qatar Airways Uganda. I sent it to her. She took it to. She did what? She sent it to her colleagues in Vietnam, only to check the visa. The visa was invalid. Oh my God, I was broken. So now that's when I remember, I'm like, that's when now I start coming to this English, teaching English in Vietnam channel, this YouTube channel of this Ghanaian gentleman. That's when the guy says it's very hard to get a 2 years visa. Imagine, I haven't even given the guy my academic documents. I haven't given him anything, just my passport biodata page. That's what I gave him. So I also sat down. I'm like, how did this guy get a work visa for me when he doesn't have any information about my But maybe I thought maybe they worked it out, because he told me, don't worry, I can work it out for you and you get it, even if you don't send your academic transcripts, even if guy fooled us. Now that's when I start going back to YouTube to look out for how to get a visa, for how long can they give you a visa. And I found out they can't give you a 2-year visa or a work visa when you're even out of Vietnam. Okay, they can give it to you if you had a good agent, but which takes some time. I didn't know you have to give in authenticated documents. I didn't know all that. Ignorance was my problem. I didn't know anything about it. So this guy duped me just like that. He scammed me just like that. Took my borrowed money. He took, he left me broken. But I thank God that when I started watching YouTube and all that, I found out that there are actually genuine jobs, in teaching jobs in Vietnam. And I found out I have my degree. I didn't have TESOL, which now I'm studying. I'm almost through with it. I did my C1 certificate. Now I'm working towards Vietnam. It's my journey now. I've studied in it. He scammed me. He duped me, but maybe I thank God he opened my eyes, and I'm working towards that, and I'm praying to God that I end up there and work there. I forgive that guy. I genuinely forgive him, because I'm a born-again Christian, but I forgive him. Sometimes the Holy Spirit speaks and warns us, and maybe we are off and don't really, maybe the desperate has taken over. I warn each and every one, don't be desperate. There is YouTube, there is Google, but fun enough, these guys do a lot of research, because I tried to Google so many things. I tried to research, I went to YouTube, but fun enough, things were just working in his favor. The YouTube channels that now I'm seeing after being scammed came after I've been scammed. You understand? Maybe it was an opportunity. Maybe God wanted me to travel, but some blessings come in disguise, because I wanted to cancel my flight. Someone told me, don't cancel it. You've already paid your money. What you do, go and study the test and all that, and travel and work. So that's my journey. These people, they don't give you time to think. They don't give you time to think. They're like, pay. But that is not how things work. I came to find out you must have a degree, which he didn't mention. And this guy keeps saying that even if you don't have documents, you can teach. I even noticed his English is broken English. And he kept telling us, even if you don't have English, actually they also want nonsense. Actually they also want assistance about what. He was a fake lousy guy. I have a feeling he's even in Uganda here. He's not anywhere in Vietnam or Hong Kong, because I found out his country code was in Hong Kong. I have a feeling he was once there and he came back to Uganda, and he was trying to make that's the way. And his number is still on. His phone number is still on. They might put it. I gave it to this gentleman. He will put it up for you to see it. This guy could be duping people internationally. It's very possible. So he's called Ibra. That's what he keeps saying. He even one time posted on Facebook about how he takes people to Vietnam for teaching. Please be very, very, very careful. You cannot go to Vietnam to be a teacher unless you have a degree. Unless you have a degree, 3 years degree, unless you have a TESOL, unless you have a C1, as who are non-native speakers. As you keep watching these videos on this YouTube channel, you will know what they need, what is needed to go to. And jobs are there if you apply online. I've learned a lot from this channel. This gentleman really blessed me, and he's so good. He's so warm. He's a very good gentleman. Even up to now, he's still guiding me. Do this, do this, do this. And I'm sure I'll walk this turn and reach Vietnam and teach. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
I hope you have learned something from this story. I mean, you aren't going to make such mistakes, and every time you should watch out for red flags. I mean, some of these things comes with red flags, a lot of them. But then this video has been very long, so I'm not going to bother you again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But then in my next video, I'm going to do a video where I'm going to talk of some of the red flags. If somebody promises to help you with visa, give you a visa, and demand payment from you, there are certain red flags to indicate whether the person is fake or the person is original. I'm going to make a video on that, so that anytime you have such a problem, you can, you have something to hold on to. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you again.